Howdy, welcome back to Dion Talk. In this video, I want to cover the difficulty of getting past the first couple of steps in investing in real estate. I reached financial freedom by investing in rental properties while working full-time and being a single parent. And one of the things I realized is the first time you do anything with real estate investing, it's pretty scary. The second time, it almost seems like you could teach a course. So I figured the best way for me to help you get some tools to help you get past those first steps would be to actually bring in somebody who does teach a course. So I reached out and asked my friend Michael Zuber, author of One Rental at a Time, who has his own YouTube channel, One Rental at a Time, but he has a course that teaches people how to start investing in real estate, literally one rental at a time. And with that, what I'd really like you to do, Mike, is break down the ways that you've helped people get past those first stages. Because, for about a year or two now, I've tried to help people, get into real estate, find financial freedom, and get that, cash flow to either replace their W-2 or to at least get on the path. But you've been doing this for years, and you have an actual system set up with a class that it's growing. And I don't know how you have the time to handle it, because it's got to be massive to do that. But for those people starting out that haven't gotten past the analysis phase, what's your advice for them?
So I think there's a couple of things, and you're right. I've been doing this a couple of years now, have well over 1,000 students in my course called How to Get Started One Rental at a Time. And I think it boils down to the fact that I've changed expectations by making it all about one question. I believe you only have to answer one question. And that question is, in my market of choice, right? I don't tell you which market, but whatever market you choose, what is an average deal? And then I talk to you how to do that. Okay, well, you have focus, you get laser focus, I think we've talked about before, and then you look at and document that market every day. And then what happens as you look at that market every day, right? And you're calculating what I call yield, some people call cash on cash, you're going to start to see what an average deal is. And then once you know average, and let's be clear, it might take 30, for some of you, it may take 60, 75 days. But once you answer what is average, you have unlocked magic and power and confidence. Because what you'll be able to say is, an average deal in my market, and I will pick on the market I know, Fresno, California, is 5%. That means I could roll out of bed in my market, find anything that's listed on the MLS, below the median, all the normal things, my criteria, and I'm going to get about 5% on my money. So if the average is 5%, what I will tell my students to do is, A, congratulations, you've solved an important riddle. So acknowledge that fact. Now go find or create 6, 7, or 8% deals. Because real estate investing is not about getting thousands of yes answers. It's about getting one yes answer on a good or great deal. So for example, in my market last year, I wrote 250 offers on market deals. Most of those were below asking. Why? Because I knew what average was and I had to get a certain number. That meant last year I got 250 no's. It's okay. You keep cranking. You don't complain. You don't whine. You don't do these things. You've done the work. Now get after it. So this is working for students across the country in any market they choose. Some markets it's 8, some markets it's 10, some markets it's 4. Whatever market you choose is of your free volition. But once you've learned how to learn a market, it's freeing. Whatever I did to learn Fresno, I could pick up tomorrow and go do Austin or Detroit or Chicago or Raleigh, North Carolina, if I chose to, because it's a skill. It's like a golf swing. You don't have to learn a new golf swing to go on a different golf course. You learn a golf swing once, you do it with focus and execution and repetitiveness. And then once you have it, go to any golf course you want.
Yeah. That'll play. How far is Alaris anyway?
Several billion miles away.
That's gotta be a record.
Right. So that's what it is for me. I think if you answer and you just focus on telling somebody what is average in your market, you don't have to learn these 17,000 different vocabulary words and learn what cash on cash is, and then learn what compound average growth rate is, and then, gross rent multiple and cap rate and all this other freaking nonsense that drives us crazy. Just tell you what an average deal is in your market. Once you know average, go do good or great. It's that simple.
So here's the genius in what you just said. I mean, it's a few minutes of genius, but I basically run most of my decisions past 4 words. And these 4 words are things that got me through the Marine Corps, through combat, through law enforcement, through changing jobs, through raising kids, which was way harder than all that other stuff. But confidence comes from competence. And if you don't know what average is, if you don't learn how to run just the basic numbers to figure out how to figure out what is average for your area, you will never have the confidence to set up auto searches, to make offers, to talk to lenders, to do all of the steps that it takes to buy rental property. But if you get competent at figuring out what is average in your area, then you're going to have the confidence that'll make it simple to find a deal that's great. Because once you find a deal that's great, all the fear goes away.
Oh, yeah.
It goes from, I'm afraid to do this, to how can I do this? I better do this. I don't want to miss this. Yeah, I hadn't thought of it as narrowed down to just doing, what is the one thing?
It is. It's just
brilliant.
it's that one thing, because what you get in this is repetition, trips to the plate, daily execution. You yourself, you're not relying on others. And, you doing the work every day will get better, just like a golf swing. And you're right, confidence in competence. And yeah, I got to tell you, every student of mine who's done the work, and they're doing deals every week. It's part of my Sunday routine now, is celebrating their wins. It's freeing, and you can almost see the pressure, right? Once you can tell me what average is, me, your wife, your husband, your best friend, hey, in my market of Cleveland, Ohio, or Tampa Bay, Florida, or Houston, Texas is X. And then you see something that's X plus 1 or 2 points. You don't even wait, you pounce, because you now have the track record and the skills to say, damn it, that's better than anything I've seen. Let's go. It's so much fun to watch.
Awesome. So again, thank you for your time. And I said this at the beginning of every video that you guys watch with me and Mike this week, but if you really want to save time, and as an investor, there's this tool that I've been using for the past several months, if probably not over a year now, but every morning, Mike is a machine. Wakes up early, does all the reading and the research that we could do as investors on things that we would like to know, except he's doing it from the standpoint of a person with a big portfolio who's reached financial independence, who's running a course and has an MBA in finances. And then at 7:30 every morning, except for Thursdays, it'll be at 7 o'clock because of the schedule change to get one of his other guests on. I could tune in, and I don't get left-wing or right-wing information. I get the information that makes it possible for me to make the right decisions for what I'm doing for investing. And I've mentioned it once before with Mike, but because of him, last year, because of you, Mike, sorry, it's like you're not here, I got a deal that's getting me a 17% cash-on-cash return on a property that was more than I would have wanted to spend, which makes my return bigger. And I only got it because I was listening to his content. So you guys need to check out One Rental at a Time.
That's awesome.
Until my next video, thanks for coming to my Dion Talk.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
But not today.